Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna have a lot of fun making this puff stitch beanie project together. I've made a lot of beanies before in the past, and I have a couple examples here that you can see, have project tutorials here on my channel for those. But what's different about this particular puff stitch beanie is how fast it worked up. The texture was also very beautiful. It is comfy, cozy. I just think those are all characteristics of a project that you're all gonna love so much. Can't wait to share how to make this with you. Now this project was actually originally a Volare exclusive pattern that I made for them. I reached out to them and got special permission to bring it to the YouTube channel so that way we could make it together. So it's very special, and I hope you have a lot of fun making it. Materials, because I know that you're eyeing the color of this yarn and you're probably wondering what yarn did she use to make that beanie. The yarn is Queensland FIJI Yarn in the color Provinetown. Let me know how to pronounce it in the description in the comment section below, because I'm not sure exactly how you pronounce that one. But it's a size 3 weight yarn. I only used one skein. So bonus, one skein project. We love those. The crochet hook that I'm using is a G6 4mm indigo likey crochet hook. I'm obsessed with likey crochet hooks right now. Some people are obsessed with furls crochet hooks. I'm obsessed with likey crochet hooks. You decide what works best for you. The other materials you'll need are the basic things like the yarn needle, scissors, measuring tape, stitch markers. Now the pom-poms, technically optional, but I think they add the most beautiful finishing touch to a beanie. It can also change the whole vibe of the beanie itself. Now the silver gives the beanie a cool tone, but if you swap it out with the brown one, and instantly the beanie looks warm tone. So crazy. So you can either choose one or the other depending on which one you like best, or you can do what I did and get both. So if you want to use the exact same materials that I did for this project, which I can't blame you, I'll put a link in the description section below. All right, when you have all the materials and you're ready to go, let's do this thing. To begin the Volare Puff Beanie, we're going to remove the label off of the yarn, and then I squished the yarn so it's so much easier to find that strand that pulls from the inside. Then create your slip knot, attach your crochet hook, and we're going to begin with the brim. We're going to start by chaining 27 chains. When you get to 27, we're going to start working row 1. Single crochet in the second chain from our crochet hook, and then make 1 single crochet stitch in every chain all the way across the row. You should end row 1 with a total of 26 single crochet stitches. Now, if you're watching how I am entering into the foundation row chain, I have 2 loops on the top, 1 loop on the bottom. If you work into the foundation row chain differently, like maybe you only work under 1 loop, or maybe you work in the back bump, honestly, it doesn't matter. Feel free to work into your foundation row chain however it works best for you. At the end of row 1, here's our last stitch, stitch number 26. Fantastic. We're going to move on to row 2. Chain 1 and turn your work. For row 2, we are going to single crochet in the back loop only of every stitch all the way across. To find the back loop, find the V at the very top of the work. Sometimes you have to twist the work to find that V, but when you find the V, insert your crochet hook between the 2 loops and only underneath the back loop only. Then yarn over, pull through both loops for that single crochet stitch. And repeat. Next stitch, find the V, insert your crochet hook underneath the back loop only, right there. Then yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through both loops for that single crochet stitch, and repeat all the way across. Again, you will have 26 stitches at the end of row 2. Finishing row 2. Fantastic. Now once you finish row 2, you're going to actually see that peak effect that is happening with our project. It's really cool and it does amazing things. It actually helps create an elasticity for the project, which is perfect for brims or collars or cuffs. In this case, it's a brim. When you officially see that peak, it means you've made 2 rows. So there's a little cheat right there. Moving on to row 3, chain 1, and you're just going to repeat row 2 by making 1 single crochet stitch in the back loop only. Find that V stitch. Insert your crochet hook, back loop only, yarn over, pull through, then yarn over, pull through 2. You're repeating row 2 for row 3 through the end of row 70. It's gonna take a second, so buckle in, get comfortable, use your Volare pillow, and I will meet you at the end of row 70 to show you what we're gonna do next. Once you reach the end of row 70, this is what you're looking at. Isn't that texture beautiful? And aren't those colors so pretty? Next, you're going to chain 1 and turn your work. Then align row 70, the last row you just made, with the foundation row. We're going to slip stitch join these two sides together to form the circle or ring that is going to be the brim of our beanie. Insert your crochet hook underneath both loops of that first stitch and insert your crochet hook underneath the loop of the foundation row stitch that is aligned with that stitch. Yarn over, pull through both sides of the work and continue to pull that yarn through the loop on your crochet hook for a slip stitch. And you're going to repeat this all the way across the row, inserting your crochet hook into the next stitch under both loops and underneath the foundation row loop. Yarn over, pull through all pieces and continue to pull that loop through the loop on your crochet hook for the slip stitch. Focus on a loose tension here. The tighter your tension, the more the work is going to bunch together and it's going to be rather rigid in this area. So having a loose crochet stitch is going to help everything lay flat, be moldable, and be way more comfortable. Once you reach the end of this join, make sure you count. We want to make sure there are 26 stitches in this join, just like there were 26 stitches in every single row, just so you don't accidentally miss a stitch. There we go. And the join is complete. Next, we're going to want to flip this work inside out. That join we just made created a very pronounced peak. We're going to hide that by tucking that on the inside of the work. Leave the tail out. We're not going to crochet over them. We're going to weave that in at the end of the project so everything is clean and secure. We are now working the main body of the beanie. Chain 1 and make 1 single crochet stitch in the side of every row. Here's a tip. When you see that peak, there is a row before the peak and a row after the peak. Also, we made 70 rows, which means at the end of round 1, you should have a total of 70 single crochet stitches. Follow the row all the way up and insert your crochet hook there between the first or last 2 stitches and work your single crochet stitch around the side of that last stitch. To close round 1, all you're going to do is slip stitch into the top of the very first single crochet stitch that you made. That's it. That's going to close our round. And then you're ready for round 2. For round 2, we will begin by chaining 2. Now this does not necessarily count as a stitch. We're going to work our first puff stitch in stitch number 1. Yarning over, inserting our crochet hook into that stitch, yarn over, pull through. We have 3 loops, yarn over, insert our crochet hook into that same stitch, yarn over, pull through. We have 5 loops, yarn over, insert our crochet hook under that same stitch, yarn over, pull through. When you have 7 loops on your crochet hook, and make sure to count, go ahead and yarn over and pull through all 7 of the loops on your crochet hook, and then chain 1 to close that stitch. Skip the next stitch and puff stitch in the next stitch. Yarn over, insert your crochet hook into the stitch under both loops, yarn over, pull through. Got 3 loops there. Yarn over, insert our crochet hook into the same stitch, yarn over, pull through. We now have 5 loops on our hook, yarn over, insert our crochet hook into the stitch, yarn over, pull through. 7 loops on our hook, yarn over, pull through all 7 loops, and then chain 1 to close our stitch. Continue on repeating this pattern, and I will meet you at the end of row 2 to show you what to do next. At the end of row 2, you're going to notice that you're making a puff stitch and there's 1 stitch space between your puff stitch and the end of the row. That's okay. Just chain 1 to close that puff stitch and slip stitch into the second chain. Find that second chain that you made the chain 2 to start the row. Slip stitch into the second chain to close the row. Great. Moving on to round 3, we're actually going to start round 3 by chaining 3 this time. We chain 3 so we can hop over that first puff stitch. And then we're going to make a puff stitch around that first chain 1 space. So yarn over, insert our crochet hook under or around that chain 1, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, insert our crochet hook under that same stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, insert our crochet hook under the same stitch, yarn over, pull through. When you have 7 loops on your crochet hook, yarn over, pull through all 7 loops and chain 1 to close the stitch. Find the next chain 1 space and make your next puff stitch. Repeat all the way around, and I will meet you at the end of round 3 to show you how we're going to close this round. At the end of round 3, there's that giant gap there. Make your last puff stitch in that gap. Then chain 1 to close the puff stitch, and slip stitch into the second chain of the beginning chain 3 to close round 3. You're going to have your last puff stitch butted right against that beginning chain 2, closing any gap and making this look real clean. And there is your round 2, round 3 repeat pattern right there. What's fantastic about this pattern is you don't really have to count the number of stitches per round. You're just focusing on making a puff stitch around every chain 1 space of the round, which makes this pattern very relaxing and very meditative, something that you can work up while watching a TV show, a movie, or talking with friends. For round 4 through the end of round 18, all you're doing is repeating round 2 and round 3. This process might take a second, so go ahead and finish up this section, and I will meet you at the end of round 18 to show you what to do next. Fantastic. Once you finish round 18, we are ready to finish off this beanie and close up the top. What we're going to do is we're going to leave ourselves enough slack, about 12 to 18 inches, then cut our yarn, tie off our work so that way it doesn't undo anywhere by yarning over and pulling that tail through the loop on our crochet hook and pulling tight. That is a tie off. Now we're going to cinch the top closed. Take your crochet hook underneath the chain 1 space and pull the yarn forward and backward, in and out of the project, only through the chain 1 spaces. Makes it super easy to get through all the way around. Then once you've made it all the way around, we want to make sure that strand, that tail, is pointing on the outside of the beanie. So even if you have to go forward a little bit, just make sure that that last tail is coming out the outside of the beanie so that we can tug on that tail and cinch the top closed. I usually put 2 fingers towards the actual project so that way I'm holding the project back, creating that tension. Once you close up the top, we're going to take our crochet hook. We're going to insert our crochet hook through the opposite side of the beanie, grab that tail, pull it through, and this is going to help close the hole a little bit more. Pull that tight. Fantastic. Then grab that crochet hook, insert it. I go from the inside of the beanie out of that top row, like in a chain 1 space where that would be. Then grab the tail, pull it through to make a loop. Once you have the loop, yarn over and pull the tail through the loop, and that's a tie off. That's a slip knot right there. Fantastic. Now look at the top of the beanie. If the hole is still larger than you like, then you can keep taking that tail and going through the top over and over until you've closed that hole to your liking. But that's it, guys. Then you fold up the brim. That looks very familiar. Oh, it's so cute. I hope you love it. Last thing you have to do is just weave in your ends. Weave in that last tail, weave in the beginning tail there. By weaving in our ends, we're able to make a very clean finish. And this is what the final product will look like. It's beautiful and it's comfortable. I hope you love it and I hope you had fun. And that's it, guys. You've just made your very own gorgeous puff beanie, and I hear this all the time. Most people say I crochet things, make things for other people, but I never make anything for myself. Please make one of these for yourselves. It's beautiful, comfy, cozy, and I really think you're gonna love it. If you want the pattern for this project, the written pattern, I'll put the link in the description section below. While you're there grabbing the pattern, check out the new Volari Crafties website. Look at their yarns, look at their hooks, check out so much more of their website. I think you're gonna have a blast. If you loved this project, had fun, please hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. So many of you watch my videos and you're not subscribed. It supports my channel in a really big way, and I appreciate it so much if you hit that subscribe button. If you're already subscribed, you're a rock star. Love you so much. Thank you for being a part of my crochet journey and letting me be a part of yours. Guys, thank you for crocheting with me, hanging out with me today. It means the world. I hope you have the best day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.